This is the complete history of the Golden Retriever, a breed that began as one man's experiment on a remote Scottish estate and became the most beloved family dog on Earth. With over 46 million social media posts, a permanent spot in the top 3 of every popularity ranking, and a legacy that stretches from the marshy Highlands of 19th century Scotland to the White House itself. On a windswept stretch of Scottish Highlands, Sir Dudley Coutts Marjoribanks, later Lord Tweedmouth, set out to create a new kind of retriever. The year was 1868. At his Gwisachan estate, Tweedmouth kept a stud book, leather-bound, pages inked with careful script, documenting every pairing, every outcome, every hope for the line he was building. The foundation began with 2 dogs. Nos, a wavy-coated yellow retriever purchased in 1865 from a Brighton dog dealer, and Belle, a tweed water spaniel from a local pack. On May 3, 1868, their litter arrived. 3 females, Primrose and Cowslip among them, and a single male, Crocus, all recorded as deep yellow, a shade that would become the breed's signature gold. Tweedmouth's records don't just list names and dates. He noted color, temperament, and even the fate of each pup. Crocus was given to his eldest son, Edward, while Primrose and Cowslip remained at Gwisachan, anchoring the line for future generations. The stud book, now preserved at the Kennel Club Library in London, traces every step, including back crosses to reinforce retrieving instincts, the introduction of other bloodlines to fix the golden coat and gentle mouth, and the measured selection that steered the breed away from the black retrievers of the day. Each entry is a window into Tweedmouth's method. No guesswork, no accidents, only deliberate design. By rooting the Golden Retriever in a single estate, a single pair of dogs, and a single documented litter, Tweedmouth anchored the breed's identity in fact, not legend. His stud book stands as proof. The Golden Retriever was not an accident of nature or myth, but the result of one man's vision, written line by line, paw by paw, into the record of the Scottish Hills. The Tweed Water Spaniel lingers in the breed's bloodline like a half-remembered melody, present, yet almost invisible. By the late 19th century, the breed had vanished from the riverbanks of the Scottish borders, leaving behind only a handful of written descriptions and a lasting genetic imprint. Contemporary accounts describe a medium-sized dog, brown as peat, with a coat that curled tight against the rain and a temperament as calm as the slowest bend of the Tweed. Hunters praised its steady nerves in cold water, its eagerness to retrieve, and the gentle mouth that could bring in a net full of salmon without breaking a single scale. No photographs survive, but a watercolor from the 1860s captures its outline: broad skull, low-set ears, a feathered tail held high over the riverbank. The Kennel Club's earliest records list the Tweed Water Spaniel as extinct by the 1870s, yet Lord Tweedmouth's own notes credit Belle, his spaniel dam, with passing on not just water resistance, but a certain unflappable sweetness, a trait that would define her golden descendants. Modern mitochondrial DNA studies add a scientific echo to these old stories. Geneticists have traced a mitochondrial DNA haplotype, clade A2, from the Golden Retriever back to a now-lost population of British Water Spaniels. In 2019, a fragment of bone unearthed from a Berwickshire estate revealed the same mitochondrial DNA signature found in today's Goldens. The maternal line, it seems, runs straight from Belle to the present, narrowing the breed's ancestry and shaping its health for generations. The Tweed Water Spaniel may be gone, but its legacy endures in every splash, every soft-mouthed retrieve, and every gentle greeting at the door. A hidden ancestor whose influence is felt, if not seen. For decades, a story circulated that Golden Retrievers descended from Russian circus dogs purchased at a Brighton show and spirited away to the Scottish Highlands. The tail had color, but little evidence. It was not until the 1930s that Elma Stonex, a determined breed historian, challenged the legend in dog world. Stonex tracked down Lord Tweedmouth's original stud book, carefully preserved in the Kennel Club library, and published the first public excerpts. Her work revealed a straightforward lineage: Nos and Bell, their 1868 litter, and the measured breeding that followed, with no circus dogs and no mysterious imports. The case grew stronger in the 1960s, when Giles Fox Strangways combed through estate ledgers and Kennel Club registration papers, cross-referencing every name and date. His monograph laid out the evidence. Every golden retriever, from show champion to family pet, traces back to that single Scottish estate. Lady Pentland, who released the first official breed standard in 1911, had already published a facsimile of the founder's stud book, cementing the record for club members. By 1903, the Kennel Club had registered the golden retriever as a distinct breed, its ancestry now a matter of public record rather than rumor. The myth faded, replaced by a lineage as clear as ink on paper. Golden retrievers left the Scottish Highlands behind long before they became household names. By the early 20th century, their golden coats and steady temperaments were already crossing borders. In estate ledgers from the 1880s, a shipment appears. A young male named Archie, descended from Crocus, sent from Guisachan to Texas as a hunting companion. The Ilchester line, established in Warwickshire, soon supplied the British Kennel Club's first breed standard, anchoring the Golden's place in the show ring and the field. The breed's reach widened with every passing decade. By the 1970s, a golden retriever named Liberty took up residence in the White House, a gift to President Gerald Ford. Liberty's 9 puppies, born under the watch of Secret Service agents, charmed the nation and cemented the breed's celebrity status. But Goldens weren't just companions for the famous. Their intelligence and gentle nature made them a natural fit for new roles. Guide dog programs in Britain and North America began training Goldens for service work, pairing them with the visually impaired and those in need of assistance. Hospitals and schools welcomed therapy Goldens, who brought comfort with a wag and a nuzzle. From Texas ranches to the White House lawn, from city parks to hospital corridors, the golden retriever became more than a sporting dog. It became a symbol of trust, reliability, and warmth, a presence woven into the everyday fabric of life around the world. Cancer now casts a long shadow over the golden retriever. In the United States, studies show that between 61% and 75% of Goldens die from cancer, numbers that dwarf the 20% to 39% reported in Europe. The difference is more than statistical noise. It is a stark divide that has driven researchers to search for answers beyond anecdotes and owner stories. In 2012, the Morris Animal Foundation launched the Golden Retriever Lifetime Study, enrolling over 3,000 purebred dogs across North America. Each participant is tracked from puppyhood, with annual health surveys, blood samples, and DNA collected year after year. The project's scale is unprecedented in veterinary science, and its findings have rippled through the dog world. The study's data reveal a pattern. Goldens with higher body fat scores face a 1.6-fold increase in cancer risk, and a specific gene, DENND1B, shows up more often in United States lines than in their European counterparts. Dogs that exercise regularly, especially those that swim, are less likely to develop cancer, echoing the breed's origins in water and field. The numbers are sobering, but the science is clear. Genetics and lifestyle both play a role, and the answers are written in the data as much as in the eyes of the dogs themselves. Each morning, before breakfast or work, a family enrolled in the Golden Retriever Lifetime Study starts their day with a simple ritual. The leash comes off the hook, and their dog, one of more than 3,000 across North America, bounds outside, tail high, ready for a walk. When the annual study packet arrives, the routine shifts. There are questions to answer. How many minutes did she swim this week? Did she chase a ball, nap in the sun, limp after a long play? The owner records every detail, from appetite to new lumps, filling out forms that will join thousands of others in a growing database. Later, at the veterinary clinic, a technician draws blood and collects a cheek swab. Samples are labeled, boxed, and shipped to the Morris Animal Foundation's biobank, where they join a library of DNA, serum, and tissue. This is citizen science at its most personal. Each update, each small act, measuring kibble, logging a new medication, noting a change in mood, becomes a data point in a vast experiment. For the families, the study is not just paperwork. It is a promise to their dog and to the breed. Every answer, every sample, is a step toward understanding why so many Goldens fall ill, and what it might take to keep more tails wagging longer. Today, Golden Retrievers fill our homes and hearts, yet nearly 60% of them will face cancer in their lifetime. Their story, born of purpose and transformed by love, reminds us that legacy is both a gift and a responsibility. The world's best friend deserves nothing less than our continued care. Thanks for watching.